I'm Suzanne.
I'm from Toronto, and
I'm actually from Kelowna, so...
we have many years of making. Both of us have been making things our entire lives. So
Okay.
the question of what we were going to do for a living it was definitely going to be making stuff. Just never knew exactly what it was going to be.
Yeah. I can't believe you can't remember your first bike. Mine was a white and pink BMX bike.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah.
Mine was probably a shitty hand-me-down from my brother, and I was pissed off because it wasn't mine, from the start. So what we do is we do all the masking, all the painting is done, and then just before the final clear coat, we will unmask the hard edge, remask it, clear coat, and then once you're done, all of the tape will just peel off nice and clean, because all you have is the one clear coat separating that.
That sounds like a hell of a lot of work.
Painting is a lot of work.
Oh man, that smells so good.
So good, huh? Yeah. Breathe it
I
in.
feel like I'm getting high right now. Now, contrary to popular opinion, you're not just the pretty face behind Velocolour. This is Suzanne. So apart from doing all of the sewing and the soft goods and the graphic design and client liaison and admin, I'm guessing, and
That's a good one.
that's it sounds very familiar. Talk us through this amazing 7.
So this 7 came to us, it's a brand new build. It came to us out of Signature Cycles, and essentially Justin said he wanted it to look like a night sky. And then the one thing he wanted is to have the constellations of his family, so his wife and 2 kids. So there's 5 of them on here for each of their signs.
Is it nicer working with a new canvas rather than something that's
Yeah,
How-
it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I guess once old frames are stripped down,
It makes a difference.
okay.
Yeah,
the guy
all
painting it can talk now?
All of the prep work,
Right.
all the sanding and filling and stuff that we do on the restoration projects.
Yeah.
There's none of that with a new bike. It's great. We can get this frame. We can mask it as we want. Prep it. In terms of like media blasting, whatever we're doing for adhesion. Prime it, and then just give it a light check over. Go straight to color. So it does take out a good chunk of work. I think we've become known for some of the kind of repetitive either pattern or striping paint jobs that we've done, and used those as color transitions maybe to move from one color to another.
So this is a kind of a nice example of like the transition, the fine lines.
Yeah, there's so many ways you can move from one color to another. This is how we like to do it.
I want a bike and I want flames on it.
Oh yeah.
What's your
we say no
policy on
flame.
flames?
We'll give
Call
you,
somebody
yeah,
else.
we'll give you a name of someone.
So somebody said we want flames, like initially I may say no way, but then maybe if they're open to our version of
Interpretation
what
of-
that might be,
yeah.
then Suzanne and I would spend time. Often she would start with the design, show it to me, I'll have a look at it, and I'll say let's adjust these things, and then we'll go back and forth a little bit and come up with something.
I'm
that
sure
we're
you could do
really
an
happy with.
amazing interpretation of flames.
Yeah.
But when you call next time with the project, we'll
Give me flames!
Yeah.
Velocolour flames. So we're tucked in the back here, and Suzanne is at her jeweler's table and making head badges for bicycles.
The customer sent me actually a drawing of a rooster. It's quite, like if you see the drawing of that, it's somewhat similar. It actually was an old, I think it was an old drawing from like a catalog almost or something.
Okay.
Like it had like a lino cutness to it. So I interpreted that into these sketches, which I sent him. So there's like a few different ones, like different areas filled in, like different amount of metal, a couple like starting points, make sure it like still looks like a rooster without the face. And then I cut it out using this jeweler saw. So essentially with this one, like in all the closed areas, I would drill a hole and then the blade gets threaded through. After that, I then go in, I have these like really small needle files. This is like a tiny little file. So if I have to like clean up any of these edges, like maybe where I stopped and I started, it didn't come together perfect, so I'll file the edge. This one was pretty good, I didn't have to do too pretty.
Critical. So I'm about to crack a beer, and I asked for some ice in my beer. Now Noah's telling me. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? Why can't I have ice in my beer?
You're cooling the beer too much. The colder the beer is, the less flavor.
No, you said something about your taste buds.
No, I was.
To have your taste buds open up.
Yeah. The coldness closes your taste buds and
But maybe you just want to be like hydrated.
drink a glass of water.
Hey, you can always learn something about drinking beer. And as an Australian, I feel that I should know more about drinking beer. Maybe we can tell Gons about that to add it to his recipes. Don't have it too cold.
Does he drink warm beer?
It has to be drank at like 12.39 degrees.
yeah.
That's the correct temperature, right?
Yeah, exactly.